Hello book besties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ash and you are watching Smokedshelves. It is late, I'm a bit sick, you can definitely hear it in my voice. This will be fun to edit. I sound so congested. I've been going through so many tissues and just sneezing all day and blowing my nose all day, so I sound lovely. But that's not what we're here for today. We are here, as the title suggests, as always, we are here to do a reading vlog. And now normally I don't do a reading vlog for a specific book, but this book, yes, I've started, but this book, I know I will have loads of thoughts. So I thought, let's do like a live update and possibly, I guess, a review with it as well. But let's just do a live update, a live reading vlog. Follow me over the next day or so, because I'm home for the next couple of days, so I'm gonna get this reading done. But follow me for the next few days or so as I devour the rest of this book, which is the majority of the book. I'm not that far in. What book, might you ask, if you didn't read the title and you just clicked, because I guess you might have just done that? Shara Wheeler, of course, which, if you know, the name still bothers me. Long story, we're not gonna get into it, but if you know, you know. The girls that get it, get it. The girls that don't, you know? But this book, with its beautiful signed edition, and is signed. This book is one of my most anticipated books of the year, and I have loved everything else that CMQ has published, so I figured this would be the perfect book to kind of just sit down and update every 50 to 100 pages or so. So more updates than usual, hence why just this book alone. So I'm reading this one, and I am ashamed to say it's taking me so long to get through it, and it's just because I've been so busy. And this released during finals, and then I went to Paris, living my best hard stuff for life. That blog should actually be out now, so like check that blog out. But anyways, getting distracted. This book, I took it with me to Paris. I only read like 100 pages or so on the flight there, the flight home, things like that. I really did not have time to read it. We were so busy, but you can see how far I am. Really not that far. I do have so many thoughts already though. First, I love it. I wasn't expecting to not love it. You're so worried that like your faves aren't going to live up to their own hype, if that makes sense. Or, if someone's your autobiography author, you're worried that you're just not gonna love their releases. However, so far, this is doing it. And I'm making notes as I go because I have terrible memory. Let's look at some of the notes that I wrote that are probably incoherent. I did write a few notes. I think the first thing that I wrote, which I still stand by it, was the fact that not many authors can make me audibly laugh. And like, not just like a, that's cool. Like not like a chuckle, like full on like laughing, wheezing type laughing. And honestly, if I wasn't on a plane, I would have laughed my ass off with some of these lines. Chloe has the same humor that August had, that Alex had. CMQ just knows how to do, I guess, sarcastic but witty and high reference humor. And it's just so good. And it just fits like that like Gen Z, like cusp, kind of even a little younger vibe, if that makes sense. It gives off the like humor that I have with friends in my modern day. And I know I'm many years older than Shara at this point, like 5 years. Shara, Chloe, all of them. Oh my God. I'm many years older than they are, like 5 years at this point, almost 6. Oh my God, we're not getting into that. But I'm many, many years older than them. And I don't know, I just relate to their humor so much. I think being on like the younger millennial Gen Z I'm technically Gen Z, but like being on the older Gen Z, like we have a similar humor to the Gen Z age you expect, but like they just know how to do humor so well. And I've already laughed out so many times, and even just like on the plane I've had to like like I'm sitting there like silently laughing. And I love their books for this exact reason. The second thing is just I'm loving the, not letters from Shara, because I mean those are great, but like the letters from the burn pile. Let me see if I can find an example. Specifically, what was the first letter that they showed? Oh, maybe not this one was the first one, but like here's a good example. You can pause to read that, but in a dramatic retelling, it's basically Chloe telling Georgia that Shara kissed them, and they're freaking out, and they're like telling Georgia like, oh my gosh, it's so hard, what do I do? How do I react to this? But don't tell anyone, don't make any visible noises. So it's things like that that just get to me and make my heart so happy. Oh my God, I specifically wrote the note to Georgia because yeah, of course. And then I don't know exactly what the term they use, but the fact that they called Georgia baby butch, I love that. I love that for them. Also, the Shara Wheeler group chat. Naming group chats, a queer staple in life. We love it. I love it. The boys are like, what the fuck? Always like, what do you mean what the fuck? Because I would do something like that. I always try to name my group chats, and I always do the dumbest shit, and I feel like I'd be the one that named the group chat like Shara Wheeler. I love Chloe. They're great. And of course, I have to make an honorable mention to having an Ash who's envy and uses they them pronouns. Oh, what? I need to hear more from them. I really do. And the fact that like Not only that, but if you feel specifically said you think I'd like the book, and then when I got to that point where I saw that they had this character that went by they them pronouns with the same name as me, and y'all were like, that's why. What have I done right in my life for that? That makes me so happy. But yeah, just I think I like re-emphasized that the humor is great. I even wrote in my my notes was just like comma 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 the humor, chef's kiss, and then Chloe exclamation point exclamation point exclamation point, you are so gay for her exclamation point exclamation point exclamation point, and then like question mark, you're rivaling Alex's bi crisis. That's my actual note. That is like genuinely my actual note. And then I basically stopped at the party scene because I just wrote, oh, I think I want to give Smith a hug. So I think I was feeling for him, that boy. He deserves the world. They all do, of course, but I love Smith. He's good stuff. But that's it for now. I'm whatever many pages that is in. I'm gonna go. I feel delirious. Hello. It is the next day. I am 70-ish more pages into this. Actually, how far am I in? I am, that's really unhelpful. What page am I on? 175. And so yeah, I think I was like 108 last time, so about 70 more pages in. If I didn't say this before, I'm saying it now. This is a spoiler-filled vlog, so if you don't want to know what happens in this book, don't watch this, because I'm not holding back while I'm reading this. I need to share all my thoughts. I'm, I guess, about halfway at this point. I just got to the point where Chloe gets the note from Shara that was in the copy of Mansfield Park. She just read it through like multiple times and she's just becoming obsessive, and I love her for it. And even though she's being a shitty friend, I'm obsessed with Chloe being obsessed with Shara. I think the funniest shit is she's like, Shara's in love with me. Like, no bitch, you're also in love with her. The two of you are in love with each other and you just don't know how to deal with those feelings. So you hide them as being academic rivals. It's obvious. And if I'm wrong, oops, but I know I'm not. I just know I'm not. Watch me come back at the end of this vlog and be like, I was wrong. For now, I'm gonna die in the hill that they're both obsessed with each other and they just don't know how to put this into another outlet. They just academic rivals instead. Because the letter, without going too much in specifics, basically just talks about how the best thing she could have done is like make Chloe fall in love with her and then break her heart. That is not straight girl behavior. Shara, Miss Shara, what straight girl thinks like that? Like, what? So that's like where I'm at. Yeah, I'm gonna read a little bit more tonight, but it's late because my friend ended up FaceTiming me, so we were chatting for a little bit. So I just ended up putting this down for a few hours because of course I'm gonna chat to my friends because, and I hate to say it, unfortunately I'm a better friend than Miss Green over here. I love you, but man, Georgia, Ash, and Benji have some patience. I would probably call them out so fast. I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? I'd be like, Chloe, what are you doing? Are you good? Like, are you good, girl? But yeah, I'm enjoying this so much. I want to see more of Rory and Smith. They're such sweeties. Like, the two of them are great, and I just want to learn more about them. Even Ace is like growing on me, and Rory's friend group is growing on me, and just everyone that they introduce, like, you're kind of like learning their new sides to them because Shara's put Chloe in this situation and Shara had to basically force Chloe out of her, not limited worldview, but like her very specific bubble of friendship, which is like always fun to see her be like, oh wow, maybe these people aren't as bad as I thought. We love to see it. I'm excited to see Chloe just interact with more of the year and figure out where she's gone. And Google Doc romance? Who thought I would be here for that? Okay, I'm going. That's my quick update for now. Bye-bye, I'll see you soon. Hello. It is like the next morning. I don't even know when the last time I checked in and what I said. I am obviously farther into this now. I am on page, let's see, I'm on page 248. I'm this far. Oof, hold on. Yeah, I have this much left. So I think I have like just over 100 pages. Yeah, it ends on 351. So I have literally just over 100 pages left. I'm intrigued to see what happens in those 100 pages because at this point, the last time I checked in, I think the last time I checked in was before Chloe saw Shara. And so now we've obviously like seen Shara. We know where Shara is. We learned that Smith has known where Shara is for a very long time. I guess I like that Shara gave him the option to like talk to her. I think she knew he was battling, and that's very like kind of her, even if she is kind of a bitch. But she's an iconic bitch, okay? So much has happened these last like however many pages. We've had Smith talk to Ash about being non-binary and just gender expectations and what that means, and the idea of like questioning your shit and figuring out what you want to do for yourself. I want to see fan art of Smith at the theater party. I just want to see that with the glitter. I just want that in my life. I feel like my life would be so much better if I had that. So that was great to see. I think Ash did a great job explaining the way they felt, and by Ash I obviously mean Casey. I think through Ash they did a great job explaining just the idea of gender expectations and like not really feeling the way you're supposed to feel, and it's an expectation. I love it. I love it. I loved Chloe's scene with Rory, and Rory just being, oh shit, I'm not straight. We love that. All it took was a simple, are you sure? Are you sure you like girls? And the boy had a complete breakdown. I hope he's okay. I'm sure we'll see him soon enough, but I hope he's okay mentally and recovering from his gay awakening. I relate. I really do. Just the, are you sure you don't like girls? Shit. Yeah. A great conversation. So subtle. Not even subtle, but so like blunt and to the point and just so well done. I do hope to see Smith and Rory like get together, because I mean, at least Smith has admitted things. I hope Rory can internalize his thoughts and admit things, and I want to see that. I know at the point where I stopped, they have like the Mario Kart game that night or something, so I hope shit goes down. What else was there? Has there been much else? I mean, yes and no. Obviously, like I said, we've seen Shara. I feel like I've said it many times, but Chloe, you love her too. The energy you're putting into this, to the point where your friends are frustrated with you and like don't want to talk to you, that's more energy than like a standard person, because like Smith and Rory are just doing it because I feel like Chloe, I mean, I think at first they were motivated to actually find what happened, but like Chloe, you are really stringing them along with you, and like it's okay, you can admit that you love her too. But you know, I like will also appreciate, if she doesn't want to admit it to herself yet, I will appreciate the boat scene, because who the fuck pushes someone off a boat? Like what? Oh, honestly, such an iconic scene. To kiss a girl you definitely don't have a crush on and then just immediately push her off a boat just to prove your point. The two of these girls, they have to figure out their shit, because one of them starts a whole I'm gonna hide plot just to get back at the other one, and the other one, you know, I can't even like internalize just the sheer ridiculousness of these two, and I really do hope we get some closure with them. I don't know if we will at this point. It feels like we won't, but Chloe, I need you to internalize your thoughts as well. Your thoughts and feelings. I'm just saying. Just saying. But yeah, like I said, I have that many pages left, so I will go read more of this and check back in with you when I'm done, which ideally I should be done with this in a couple hours. I have some stuff to do first, but I don't think it'll take me that long, and I cannot wait to be done, and I'm just so excited to see how it all plays out. I know Shara's gonna come back because she just did the live stream, but what does that mean for Chloe? Yeah, okay, that's all my thoughts for now. Bye-bye. Hello. We are many pages further into this now, like many pages. I'm on page 307, and a lot has happened, but namely, finally, Chloe has just been honest with herself and has finally realized that she loves Shara as well. It's a win for us, besties. It is a win. I know we still have 50 pages to go. I'm just so happy that she's finally like, oh shit. Like, girl, we've been waiting. We've been waiting for this. Even her friends have been like, you've called her hot on multiple occasions. Are you okay? I love it. I love it. I had to say this. I just had to talk about, literally, like, it's the last line that I read was just, oh my god, Chloe says out loud, her brain is overheating probably. I'm in love with the monster turducken. What a great way to put it. Truly a great way to put it. Tying it back to her parents' turduckens. Everything. Just what a unique and iconic declaration of love to yourself. I mean, she hasn't obviously said it to Shara yet, but still, only something you can expect from Casey McQuistion, truly. But yeah, I mean, you can still see I have a little bit left. Not a lot, but a little bit. I will definitely be finishing it in the next hour or so. I would be shocked if it took me any longer, because I am flying through it. I want to see how this all goes down, because there are like two simultaneous things going to shut down her father, Shara's father. And I want to know how it's going to be playing out, like which, will they be doing both? Will it just be Shara's attempt kind of overruling the class attempt? Will they still do their own graduation? What's going on? I know like at the beginning of the book they're like, oh, she's pulling her own Paper Towns moment, but this is so much more than that. I mean, I never read Paper Towns, but from like what I remember of the movie, it was just so full, so solely focused on the mystery of where she went. And this is like, she came back like 100 pages left. Shit's going down even more, and just so much has like occurred since then, and it's just, I'm a happy human. This has been so good. I will come back when I have full thoughts at the end. Well, is it gonna be full thoughts? Probably not, because I don't really have coherent thoughts for this right now. I have a list of notes, my list of notes that is very incoherent, that I've been taking as well as I've been going through it. But I don't know how I'm gonna review this. I really don't. I feel like that's how I am with all of their books. I just love it so much that I'm like, how do I speak about how I actually love this book? Anyways, 50 more pages to go, not even. I'm gonna speed through this and come back in an hour and chat about the rest of this. Let's do it. It's a little bit later. I finished this. I took some time to write out a review because it is not a well-written review. It is just a list of everything that I loved about this book. But let me try to do that review justice and speak on what I actually do like about the book. So much. I have mentioned it before. I will continue to mention it. Casey McQuiston knows how to write the queer Gen Z experience like no other author. They know how to get the humor. They understand just like how we interact and actually communicate with each other, and it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel stilted. It feels like a conversation. Like this book feels like conversations I've had with my friends, an actual internal monologue I've had with myself. And I see so much of myself in Chloe, in not always the best ways. I don't know how they do it, but 3 books now, 3 incredible favorite books. Like, they've become an author that I know I can trust to write a book that I will love. They could do anything. Honestly, they could go to historical fiction. They could do whatever the hell they want. And I think I would still absolutely adore the book to an unhealthy amount. This one in particular, I don't want to rank their books because every book is unique, but like this one just hit closer to home than OLS did last year. As much as I love OLS, I think this one just like resonates with me on another level, in the sense like I said, I see myself in Chloe so much. And I know Chloe and August are kind of very similar characters in some ways, and very different in others. Just Chloe's academic drive, Chloe's stupid competitive nature just like gets in her way, the obliviousness, the pure loss of signals from others, but like always on top of it, like deep down knows shit and just is on another level. I want like 100 more pages of this. Obviously I don't. I think this is the perfect length of a book. If anything I want, and this is my formal petition, to have a book on Ash. I want to know about their life. I want to know more about them. Because like, am I alone? Was Ash giving Ace vibes? Like, were they giving Ace spec vibes? Because to me they were. Everyone else got paired up and Ash was just happy to do their own thing, you know? They were happy making their crafts, being in art, meddling with their friends. Oh, best way to do it. Am I Ash from this book? Like, genuinely. I feel like I'm gonna sit with this for the next few days, and then I'll come back when I'm editing this video. And if I don't pop in, I would be shocked, but I'll come back and edit this video and I will just rave more about this. I just feel like that's gonna happen. But for now, as always, Casey has, I mean, maybe I'm just used to it now. I know people complain about their writing style, but I've never had any issues with that. I don't know if this one is like written in a more standard third person, but I never had issues reading Red River Mobile. I never had issues reading One Last Stop. I loved the writing style for this one as well. It was really easy to digest. I do wish some of the fonts were a little bit different. That is just a personal preference. That's just because I'm dyslexic, and I know I'm not the only one that has some issues with certain fonts, in particular, a very specific little passage, but it's fine. Now I don't feel so bad getting 3 copies of this book because wow. Yeah, I'm honestly just speechless at this point. I feel like I've shouted enough from the rooftops about this in this vlog as it is, and I've given away a lot. What even happened in the last, like, what, 50 pages since I saw you? They had a graduation ceremony. Then the passage I'm mentioning with the bad font is her diploma. Could not read that for my life. Yeah, they had the ceremony. Smith is an icon. I know I mentioned I wanted their like fan art of them from when he was dressed up in the flowers and like the makeup the first time at the theater party, but I want one from their graduation day as well. I need that in my life. I just genuinely need like a graduation photo, fan art of the 4 of them together. That would make my day. I would love that. Graduation was adorable. Chloe's speech was hilarious. I mean, not hilarious, but it was a great speech compared to like her drafts. As you read them, there's a line, and maybe I'll like pop in if I can remember it or find it honestly, but there's a specific line that Chloe mentioned that, yeah, about just like finding your home, finding your people, how people make your impact. Just genuinely her whole graduation speech. I really loved it. It was great. And if it wasn't clear enough, I love this book. It is easily like top 3 of my reads this year. I don't know if I love this one more or A Marvelous Light more, and I feel like that's so hard to pick. Like, I love A Marvelous Light, but you know, when it just resonates, it just resonates. I mean, they both do. Oh god, that is time for at the end of the year when I have to figure that shit out. This, please go read this. I mean, I would assume that if you've watched through all this, because I've just been spoiling everything, if you've watched through all this and you haven't read it, I'm sorry, I guess, but also please read it if you haven't, and if you have read it,
I want to hear all your thoughts on it. Did you love it the way I did? I really haven't heard much like negative complaints about it. Pretty much everyone I've seen has loved the book, and I'm gonna go, that's this book. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but I feel like it's a very long amount of time for the fact that it's a singular book, and I usually do 3 in like probably a similar amount of times. I'm sorry in advance. That's everything. If you like this video, give this video a big fat like down below. Comment down your thoughts about this book if you've read it. If you haven't read it, will you pick it up? Have I convinced you? Sorry if I spoiled it just fully for you. I'm gonna try to be somewhat vague, but also I can't. I had to talk about it. Let me know your thoughts. Did you love this book as much as I do? Chat with me. DM me on Instagram if you want to. I'm open to hear all your thoughts. Finally, if you like me and you like my content, please consider subscribing. It would mean the absolute world to me if you did. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.